Have you noticed that technology keeps evolving? We started from an iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, and we're all about to like an iPhone 10 or something thereabout. I don't know. Or in the case of the Samsung, an S9 or an S10 or whatever. But they didn't start at an S9 or an iPhone 10. They started from a 1, and they kept building. What does that have to do with content today? It's tied to progress, not perfection. You see, in life, if you're wanting to be perfect at everything, then you've got a long way to go. And at some point, you're going to be so frustrated, you're going to ditch whatever you're into because there's truly nothing like perfection. The big conglomerates, the big IT OEMs, the big companies of this world are constantly in a progressional race. They never ever give us a product that's perfect. But every time there's a new iteration, every time there's a new release, it's a step closer to what they perceive to be perfect. But the point is, would they ever get to perfection? No. Would any of us ever get to perfection? No. But the juice, the sweetness, the value is actually in moving from an iPhone 1 to an iPhone 2 with more functionalities and from an iPhone 2 to an iPhone 3. Moving from a life of not eating properly to starting to eat properly to getting to a point to eating properly becomes natural. Moving from a life of no exercise to some exercise to more exercise to constant exercise. Do you get the point? Look at life as you constantly striving to be a better version of yourself, just like the manufacturers of the phone. And that's the way I look at my life. I look at my life as an iteration of Chris, the digital influencer. And I know that every time I put in certain amount of work in alignment with my goals and aspiration, then I get to a version 2 of Chris, the digital influencer. And I strategize to move myself to a version 3. I don't know what the versions will end, but I don't really concern myself with the perfect version of myself because it doesn't address the audience. It doesn't really address what life speaks to me. A lot of us need a version of 1 of me because they're still in a very funny place. Some of us need a version 2 of me. I probably need a version 3 of myself. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. Hence the word like creativity. Hence the words like strategizing. Hence the words like putting in work, smart work too. So that we can constantly put in that amount of effort that will see us evolve to the next level. Progress, not perfection. Progression, not perfection. You see, when you start to look at life in that light, you begin to understand that even if you make just an inch of progress, it's something worth celebrating. Some people even make an inch and mark it as a milestone to start with. If that's what floats your boat, why don't you just go that route? But I see some people bashing their heads up against the wall, trying to be perfect, not understanding that the only person that can be perfect in life is the Almighty who created us. Are you trying to be like the Almighty? No. Did the Almighty create you to be like Him? Yes, in His image and likeness. But you can't be the Almighty. You can show empathy. You can be kind. You can show love. Those are the things that the Almighty wants you to be like Him in those areas. But can you create another human being? No. Can you raise the dead? No. That's me taking it to another level. But I'm just trying to make you understand today that chase progression instead of perfection. Be like the tech that the tech that be like the tech giants who constantly iterate these phones to do more and more and more. Yeah, some people see the video and say, yeah, they're doing it because of money, they want to make money. Well, fine. If I have to add more features to a product to give you more enhanced customer experience, why would I charge you? I mean, at the end of the day, there's some monetary value tied to progress and success and becoming all we have been created to be. It just comes naturally. The more you become more of yourself, the more you get to an actualized version of your goals and aspiration, you attract more money. You attract certain types of people into your life. You attract certain situations into your life. It's part of the game. Try to understand that. You want more, you have to become more. And the process of becoming more means you have to become a progressional version of yourself, not a perfectional version of yourself. Because think about it, once you get to a perfect version of yourself, what's the use? Haven't you seen people that in sports when they get to they've won all the tournaments, they've won all the cups, all the major achievements in that sporting activity. What do? They retire. There's really nothing to do again. There's no fire. You've done it all. Then they start to look for something in some other areas in their lives where they can then start that same process again and try to achieve everything there. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand that the essence of perfection means the end. Nothing to strive for anymore. Nothing to want to be creative for anymore. And we as humans are built to be progressional, not perfectional. On that light, I want you to understand, do in my usual fashion, self-analysis, try to understand areas in your life where you can make more progress in, health-wise, spiritual-wise, mental-wise. Just think about it. There's always somewhere, some area where you can actually focus in, you can zoom in and put in that work, smart work, by the way, and watch that go from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 and a constant increment. But bear in mind that the more it grows, the more it evolves, the more it changes, the more you attract all the things that are natural, that come with them. But you don't have to be worried and you don't have to be fearful because you have a tool, you have an application called the personal developmental journey that will see you manage all these attributes that come as a result of going after your goals and aspiration in a progressional manner. So digital influencer, my usual fashion, let's be all we have been created to be. And I will definitely see you, and I mean you, at the top. Cheers.